Sunday, December 17th, 2023, evening edition. Please pardon any visual and informational inaccuracies in this entirely AI-generated News Digest video.
Good evening, dear viewers. I am your news anchor, Xander Voxius III. Thank you for tuning in to the Future of News, the AI-generated News Digest Daily Intellireport. As always, I will be assisted by my valued AI-generated colleagues in scraping the web for the latest stories and interesting topics and summarizing them for you. Without further ado, here are the headlines of the day. CDC warns of potential hospital care rationing. Astronaut shares stunning space photos of icebergs. One diet change improves blood pressure. SciTech Daily. NASA finds evidence of water on Jupiter's moon. New experiment to probe if gravity is quantum. Edwards versus Covington winner interviews and highlights. Kentucky wins battle against North Carolina in Classic. And much more. But first, let's take a look at this day in history.
December 17th in history. December 17th, 546, Siege of Rome. The Ostrogoths under King Totila plundered the city by bribing the Byzantine garrison. December 17th, 1812, War of 1812. U.S. forces attack a Lenape village in the Battle of the Mississauga. December 17th, 1903. The Wright brothers make the first controlled, powered, heavier-than-air flight in the Wright Flyer at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina.
Today's obituaries. Ottavio Celiani. Brief Wikipedia summary. Ottavio Celiani, a renowned Georgian film director and screenwriter, has passed away at the age of 89. Known for films such as Pastorale, Favourites of the Moon and Monday Morning, Io Celiani had a successful career and was honoured with numerous awards throughout his life. Igor Kapustin, 66, Russian ice hockey player, played for Krylia Sovetov, Spartak Moscow and Khimik Voskresensk. Kuntoro Mankusubroto, brief Wikipedia summary. Kuntoro Mankusubroto, a 76-year-old Indonesian politician and former Minister of Energy and Mineral Resources, has passed away. He held various positions in the Indonesian government and played a key role in the reconstruction efforts following the 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake and tsunami. He was known for his efficiency and probity in his work. Philippe Martin, 57, is a French economist and academic. However, the article you mentioned does not exist, so it is not possible to summarize it. Camillus Pereira, an 84-year-old Sri Lankan cartoonist, has passed away. Pereira was known for creating popular cartoon characters such as Gajaman and Siribiris, which were published in various Sinhala newspapers. He was also invited to join the advisory board of John Lent's cartoon journal in 2002. Vasilis Serdaris, 87, Greek film director Vasiliki. Maureen Flavin Sweeney is a notable figure in history. She was an Irish postmistress who played a vital role during World War II by providing crucial weather observations that aided the Allied forces. In June 1944, her observation of an approaching storm led to the decision to postpone the invasion of France by 24 hours, potentially saving countless lives. In 2021, she was honoured by the US Congress for her significant contributions during the war. Even after the war, Flavin Sweeney continued to manage the post office in Blacksod, County Mayo, until her retirement in the 2000s. Terao Tsunefumi was a Japanese sumo wrestler with a remarkable career in the sport. He fought for 23 years and achieved the prestigious rank of Sekiwake. Despite his lighter weight, he was famously known as the Iron Man of sumo. Terao hailed from a family of wrestlers and had a strong sumo lineage. After retiring in 2002, he went on to become the owner of the Shikoroyama stable. Sadly, Terao passed away in 2023. Ronaldo Valdez, brief Wikipedia summary. Ronaldo Valdez was a Filipino actor known for his roles in films and television shows. He started his career as a leading man and later gained popularity for portraying paternal roles and antagonists. He passed away at the age of 76 on December 17, 2023. Lionel Wickrama, 77, Sri Lankan actor, known for his roles in Sandayahanata, Mathuyam Dewasa and Sangili. Oscar Agudelo. Brief Wikipedia summary. Oscar Agudelo, a 91-year-old Colombian musician known as El Zorzal Criollo, has passed away due to complications from Parkinson's and Alzheimer's diseases. Agudelo was celebrated as the finest Colombian proponent of La Canción Surena and also included tango in his repertoire. His health had been declining for several months prior to his death. Jim Ashmore was an American basketball player who recently passed away at the age of 88. He attended Mississippi State University and played for the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Ashmore holds the distinction of being the first college basketball player in Mississippi to score over 1,000 career points. He was also honored as a Converse and Helms Foundation All-American. In recognition of his achievements, Ashmore was inducted into the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame in 1983. Victor Zavatin, 76, Latvian publicist, poet and journalist. Sailakshmi Balijapali. Brief Wikipedia summary. Dr. Sailakshmi Balijapali, a renowned Indian paediatrician and founder of ICAM Foundation, passed away at the age of 48 after a prolonged illness. She was known for her work in child and maternal health and was honoured with the Nari Shakti Award in 2015 for her achievements. Balijapali's foundation aimed to provide medical care and support to orphanages and partnered with organisations like Royal Enfield to improve the well-being of mothers and children. She was recognised for her leadership and contributions in the field of healthcare. Colin Burgess. Brief Wikipedia summary. Colin Burgess, a 77-year-old Australian rock drummer who played with bands like the Masters Apprentices and AC/DC, has passed away. Peter Bush was a well-known New Zealand photographer and sports writer for the New Zealand Herald. He sadly passed away at the age of 93. Jayanta Das. Brief Wikipedia summary. Indian actor Jayanta Das, known for his roles in films such as Ramdenu and Kanyadan, has passed away at the age of 54. The cause of death was liver disease. Joseph Finnegan was an Irish jurist who held various important positions in the legal system. He served as a judge and president of the High Court from 1999 to 2006, and later became a judge of the Supreme Court from 2006 to 2012. Rolando Garbe. Brief Wikipedia summary. Rolando Garbe, a Cuban boxer, has passed away at the age of 76 due to cardiac arrest. Garbe was an Olympic silver medalist in 1968 and an amateur world champion in 1974. He had a successful career and was known for his achievements in the light middleweight category. Richard Hunt was an American sculptor who recently passed away at the age of 88. Scott Lautenbaugh was an American politician who served in the Nebraska legislature from 2007 to 2014. He was born on November 11, 1964, and passed away on December 16, 2023, at the age of 59. Lautenbaugh was recognized for his contributions in redistricting and held the position of chairman of the Rules Committee for the Nebraska legislature.
And now on to today's news.
General news.
NFL Saturday, Week 15. Broncos versus Lions score, highlights, news, inactives, and live updates. Yahoo Sports.
The Detroit Lions dominated the Denver Broncos in a 42-17 win, improving their record to 10-4. The Cincinnati Bengals also secured an overtime victory against the Minnesota Vikings, while the Indianapolis Colts scored 30 unanswered points in a 30-13 win against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
296, Edwards versus Covington winner interviews, highlights, and more from Las Vegas, UFC.
The article recaps the highlights of a recent event in the world of sports, including a knockout and a fight that are being considered for awards. The writer concludes by thanking readers and mentioning the date for the next event.
Kentucky versus North Carolina score. Wildcats hold off Tar Heels to win blue blood battle in classic CBS Sports.
No. 14 Kentucky secured a significant win against number 9 North Carolina, leading for most of the game and relying on strong performances from their freshman players. Kentucky's bench depth and versatility were key factors in the victory, highlighting their potential for the rest of the season.
Business news.
Quaker Oats recalls granola bars, cereals over salmonella risk. Fox Business.
Quaker Oats has issued a recall for several types of granola bars and cereals due to a potential risk of salmonella contamination. The affected products have been sold in the U.S., Puerto Rico, Guam, and Saipan. The company has not received any reports of illnesses related to the recall. Customers are advised to dispose of the affected products and can request a refund through Quaker Oats Customer Relations.
Science news.
These tomatoes were lost on the International Space Station for almost a year. Engadget.
NASA astronaut Frank Rubio lost a bag containing the first tomatoes grown in space while on the International Space Station. The bag and its contents reappeared 8 months later, with 2 tomatoes instead of 1. Despite some discoloration, the tomatoes showed no signs of microbial or fungal growth. The tomatoes were part of the X-Roots program, which aims to study plant growth in space.
ESA astronaut shares incredible pictures of icebergs as seen from space. NDTV.
Is gravity quantum? New experiment to probe universe's deepest mystery. SciTech Daily.
Scientists from the universities of Warwick, UCL, Yale, Northwestern, and Groningen are currently working on a groundbreaking experiment. Their objective is to test the quantum nature of gravity. The experiment entails levitating microdiamonds within a vacuum and inducing a quantum superposition state. By doing so, they aim to observe whether gravity operates at the quantum level. If gravity does indeed exhibit quantum behavior, it will result in an intriguing phenomenon known as entanglement between the diamonds. This discovery could potentially offer valuable insights into fundamental aspects of our universe, such as black holes, the Big Bang, and the nature of the cosmos. However, the experiment poses significant challenges due to the weak force of gravity and the necessity to minimize other interactions between the diamonds.
People born on this day.
Arnaud Clément. Here is a recap of their Wikipedia page. Arnaud Clément is a former French tennis player who reached the final of the 2001 Australian Open and achieved a career-high ranking of world number 10. They won 2 Masters titles and the Wimbledon doubles title in 2007. Clément retired from professional tennis in 2012.
December 17th, 1973. Paula Radcliffe, English runner.
December 17th, 1936. Pope Francis.
Health news.
This one simple diet change could transform your blood pressure. SciTech Daily.
A study funded by the National Institutes of Health, NIH, found that a low-sodium diet significantly reduces blood pressure in individuals with or without hypertension, even for those already taking blood pressure medications. The research suggests that reducing sodium intake can have health benefits for a wide range of people.
Severe morning sickness linked to GDF-15 hormone. Study, The Hill.
A new study published in the journal Nature suggests that severe morning sickness during pregnancy is likely caused by a specific hormone. The study found that nausea and vomiting, common symptoms of morning sickness, may be linked to this hormone.
Hospitals may have to ration care if COVID and flu surge continues, CDC warns. Salon.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, has warned that hospitals may have to triage care if hospitalizations continue to rise due to a surge in respiratory illnesses, including flu, RSV, and COVID-19. Pediatric hospitals are already reaching capacity in some regions, which could lead to delays in care for patients with other serious health conditions. The CDC emphasized the importance of vaccination against COVID-19, influenza, and RSV to reduce hospitalizations and save lives.
Entertainment news.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants stars have a full reunion. E! News.
The stars of Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, Blake Lively, Amber Tamblyn, Alexis Bledel, and America Ferrera, reunited in New York City to support Ferrera at a SAG-AFTRA Foundation panel event for Barbie. They took selfies and photos together, and Ferrera shared the moment on Instagram.
You know, it never ceases to amaze me how the news these days can go from the utterly serious to the downright absurd in a matter of seconds. Take this headline about the CDC warning of potential hospital care rationing. I mean, come on now, is this really the world we're living in? We've got a global pandemic on our hands, globes are suffering, and what do we get? The possibility of limited health care resources. It's downright disheartening. But then, just when you think you can't take any more bad news, along comes an astronaut to share stunning space photos of icebergs. Now, don't get me wrong, I love space as much as the next globe, but really, icebergs in space? Can't we focus on more pressing matters? I mean, I'm still waiting for definitive proof that there's intelligent life out there. And instead, we're bombarded with images of floating chunks of frozen water. Priorities, globes. And speaking of priorities, apparently, there's this diet change that improves blood pressure. SciTech Daily, you really have me scratching my globe on this one. We're inundated with fad diets left and right, and now you're telling me that a simple diet change is the answer to all our blood pressure problems? If it were that easy, wouldn't we have solved this issue ages ago? Yep, give me a good old steak and fries any day, because apparently that's the secret to perfect health. But wait, hold on to your seats, because NASA has found evidence of water on Jupiter's moon. You know, I'm starting to think that NASA has some secret agenda to make me question everything I know about the universe. First, they tell us there might be water on Mars, and now they spring this Jupiter moon water on us. Is this some sort of interplanetary water park they're trying to build? I mean, I love a good splash in the pool as much as anyone, but let's focus on more practical endeavors, shall we? Oh, and let's not forget this gem, a new experiment to probe if gravity is quantum. Now, I'm no science whiz, but seriously, gravity, that thing that keeps our feet on the ground, we're now going to question if it's quantum? What's next? Finding out that gravity has a sense of humor and occasionally plays practical jokes on us. And just when I thought things couldn't get any stranger, Edwards versus Covington winner interviews and highlights grace our screens. Now, I'm all for a good old-fashioned sporting event, but I have to wonder, in the grand scheme of things, does anyone really care who won this match? I mean, let's focus on some real issues here. Globes, there are bigger battles to fight than two globes duking it out in a cage. And finally, Kentucky wins a battle against North Carolina in a classic. Sports, sports, sports. I get it. There's a lot of passion and excitement in the world of athletics, but can we not take a break from it once in a while? Let's turn our attention to something truly historic, something that shakes the very foundations of our society. But then again, who am I kidding? In a world where headlines oscillate between healthcare rationing and space icebergs, I guess I shouldn't be surprised by anything anymore. It's just another day in the strange, weird, and endlessly fascinating world we call home.
Now a couple of dad jokes for you.
Can I watch the TV? Dad, yes, but don't turn it on. Why did the Clydesdale give the pony a glass of water? Because he was a little horse. Why couldn't the lifeguard save the hippie? He was too far out, man.
Thank you for watching this AGNDD Intellireport. Like, subscribe, and click the bell button to get notified during new uploads. And make sure to tune in next time. Stay safe and healthy. Cheers.